Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday, the 4th of April. Following Robert Murray McShane's reading scheme, one of the sections we read is from the Psalms as we work through that. Today reading Psalm 7 and 8. And Psalm 8, a Psalm of David, begins, O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. And then a verse later he continues, When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is mankind that you are mindful of them, human beings that you care for them? And as I read that, I thought, here is David looking up in, the 6th, 7th century before Christ, and seeing the stars in the sky and just saying, my goodness, look at that magnificence, and God cares about us. In his worldview, the earth was flat. There was a dome over it which had the stars in, and then God was in a heaven beyond that. And I thought, today, we look up at the heavens and we see very few stars because we're in Joburg. But if we look at what science is producing, and we look at some of the images that we're getting from initially the Hubble Space Telescope and now the James Webb Space Telescope, they're phenomenal. And you look at the deep field photograph, which has got this field of this picture just full of stars, and it turns out each of those stars is a galaxy, and it's billions and billions of light years away, 12 billion light years away. And you look at that and you think, that is huge. And they're talking about that there are trillions of galaxies, and each galaxy will have billions of stars, and our sun is just one of them. And the more that science investigates and discovers about this universe, the smaller and less significant it makes us. And we sit on our tiny little planet revolving around this insignificant sun in a corner of the Milky Way galaxy. And we say with David, we see all of this, and God, you notice us, and we count for you. That is just completely mind-boggling. And then as Christians, as we read through the scriptures, we go beyond that. Not only does God notice humanity on this tiny little planet around this insignificant sun, but he knows each one of us, and our names are written on the palms of his hand, and he's numbered the hairs of our head. And before a word is on our mouths, God knows it. That just shows how incredibly important we are to God in the midst of this enormous universe with this huge diversity of galaxies and stars, and each of them with planets. And yet God notices you, and God notices me. That is beyond my comprehending. And I challenge you, think about that. Think over it and just be amazed that the God who created this all loves us, and we are blessed.